Hello, welcome back, baby. This time we're gonna talk about the tropical rainforest and their ecological value. So, their value. So, why are they here for? And so, let's talk about where are the tropical rainforests in the world. So, the locations is between the 10th degrees north and 10 degrees south of the equator. So the line, the invisible line. And yes, rainforests, there are rainforests outside of that area, but those don't classify as a tropical rainforest. Those just classify as a rainforest. Okay, so the three most famous or most well-known tropical rainforests in the world are the Amazon basin. So it's 10 degrees north and 10 degrees south. It's located right on the equator, actually, and it's in South America. We all know that because it's the Amazon. So, and also the Congo basin, and it's right on top of the equator, and this is in Africa. It's located in parts of Congo and other countries of Africa too. And the Sunderland rainforest in Southeast Asia, that is like a butterfly to the equator. So all three are almost right on top of the equator, and is 10 degrees north and 10 degrees south of the equator. Yeah, so they're really close to the equator. And these three are all tropical rainforests. So the weather conditions of tropical rainforests, and well, temperature, the highest, so it has a high temperature, and about average is at 25 degrees monthly. And remember, it rains there, but the location that it's in, yeah, so that's why they have like really high temperatures, even though like me in Hong Kong, we experience about 25 degrees. No, but it's above 25 degrees, not about 25 degrees. It's above 25 degrees. So it's about temperature of Hong Kong, but it rains there more. And yeah. But yes, here it is. So in tropical rainforests, so it's average every month is always like more than 25 degrees Celsius. So that's the average. But here in Hong Kong, we got 4 seasons. There's winter, spring, summer, and autumn, and we have hot and cold season here, and we can tell it's obvious. But in around tropical areas or just tropical rainforests, there's few changes in the temperature, and there's no obvious hot or cold seasons. It's just summer all year long, so you can't call that a hot season because there's nothing to compare that with. And well, there's plenty of sunshine, so if you like sunbathing, you could go travel there, I guess. And there's plenty of rainfall, and there's about 2,000 millimeters, more than 2,000 millimeters annually, and it's evenly distributed throughout the year. Later, we're gonna talk about wetlands, and well, and when we talk about glacial retreat, so how we damage the environment, like humans damage the environments. It's going to talk about like when glaciers melt. It's going to like disturb the water cycle, and it's going to be unevenly distributed throughout the whole year. Rainfall, I'm saying, but for now, tropical rainforest, it's evenly distributed rainfall throughout the whole year. And also, there's no obvious wet or dry seasons. So there's a rainfall is just on average annually is just over 2,000 millimeters. And the characteristics of tropical rainforest, so it has like a dense plant growth. So everywhere you see, it's like trees and plants and short trees, shrubs, grass, really, really tall trees. So from the emergent layer, and really tall tree trunks, yes, so they could like reach sunlight. And aside from tree trunks, they have buttress roots. So buttress roots normally, but roots like the normal roots you see is to absorb water, but buttress roots not only absorb water, they also help to support the tree. So maybe like without these buttress roots, maybe they'll collapse really soon. Yeah. And moving on, so in tropical rainforests, it's mainly evergreen trees. So because there's no obvious hot or cold seasons, so there's no winter, those stuff. So there's no need to drop leaves because you won't have water loss because it's raining the whole year, and it's hot the whole year, and there's sunlight the whole year. So you don't have to drop leaves to reduce water loss. And the leaf surface are broad and waxy to absorb more sunlight. They're basically competing for more sunlight. And the emergent plants, so the tallest trees, those plants, those have the most sunlight because they're like right on top of everybody. But the plants on the forest floor or like somewhere between there, they're gonna have like quite a difficult time trying to get sunlight because that's why their leaf surface is broad and waxy, so to absorb more sunlight. And high biodiversity, so many different kinds of plants, animals, and insects all live in the rainforest, tropical rainforest. So not only like hundreds of species, not thousands, potentially almost like millions of species of animals, plants, and insects live and exist in tropical rainforests that you won't see in any other parts of the world. And the ecological value of tropical rainforest. So we're done talking about the species, the wet and dry seasons, the hot and cold seasons. We're done talking about that. Let's talk about the ecological value of them. So their value to wild animals is that they provide food, provide habitats like trees, swamps, and rivers, and they also maintain biodiversity. Yeah. So it's because of those things, food and habitat, they provide these two things. So that's why a lot of animals, plants like to grow there, and they just live there for the whole generation of like their species. It's just living in the tropical rainforest because of food and habitat. So that's why it maintains biodiversity. So that's why it's valued to us a lot, the tropical rainforest. So let's not remove the tropical rainforest because it's important. Okay, so also the value to the environment, not just to animals and plants. So value to environment, so it purifies the air and it stabilizes global climate and also prevents soil erosion. So purify the air, as you know, plants and mainly trees, they absorb carbon dioxide. So it's almost like opposite to us. So us humans, we breathe in oxygen and we breathe out carbon dioxide, while the plants breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. It's basically like a win-win situation for both of us. And so that's why it helps to purify the air, because we produce a lot of carbon dioxide every day, and well, the trees help us to purify it, and yeah, thanks to the trees. So don't chop down trees. Don't log. Logging's not fun, because maybe there's one day we don't even have air to breathe. Doesn't that sound bad? And also, tropical rainforests also help to stabilize the global climate. So maybe it's global warming right now, and well, these tropical rainforests, well, the trees, and it just stabilizes the global climate. So how do I say this? Stabilize global climate. Oh, so basically, because it traps, because the trees and plants there, you know why climate change and all that, and global warming and those stuff happen, because maybe like greenhouse gases, the gases we produce, and the plants there absorb our carbon dioxide, and also they can also help like trap greenhouse gases, and also the reason why we're logging, one of the reasons of greenhouse gases is from logging the trees. So when all the trees are gone, the global climate is not stable. So that's why tropical rainforests help to stabilize the global climate. And they also prevent soil erosion. Probably, I'm making an educated guess here, but probably because of the roots, and they just anchor down to the soil, so it prevents soil erosion. So it also like protects the coastline. And the value to people. So the value to people. So tropical rainforest value to people. So medical value, it's a resource of many valuable herbs. So yeah, herbs help to create, to make medicine that we like consume every day, and yeah, so that's why a lot of medicine is found in the tropical rainforest. It's because it has a lot of valuable herbs, because it has a really the diversity. So a lot of species of plants. That's why they have many herbs. Yeah. And they add environmental value to people, and they provide support to indigenous tribes and foster their distinctive culture. So if you didn't know, some people live in tropical rainforests, and they're mostly indigenous tribes, and so the tropical rainforests help to provide food and shelter to the indigenous people, so it could foster their distinctive culture. And economical value to people, it provides woods, dyes, and raw materials for seasonings. So yeah, also herbs and spices. They got a lot of trees, but don't cut too much. I know humans use a lot of wood every day, but think when you use paper and wood. And also dyes. Food dye, a lot of stuff use like coloring. And coloring is from dyes. Okay, and finally we're gonna talk about the loss of tropical rainforest. So the present situation. So what's happening right now? So currently, 140,000 kilometers square of rainforest is destroyed yearly because they're being felled for timber by logging companies, and well, they need wood to make like buildings and stuff, but they're too greedy, and the tropical rainforests are being cleared by people for farming also. The most endangered tropical rainforests are those in West Africa, so basically the Congo Basin. And near that is Nigeria. Like near the Congo Basin has countries like Nigeria, Congo, Democratic Republic of the Congo, and other African countries, and the human population there has been doubling every 20 years. So yeah, they need a lot of resources, and where do they come from? The tropical rainforest. So that's why it's being cleared by people, because of the people. And the tropical rainforest in Africa is disappearing at an alarming rate. So it's really, really like an emergency. And the Amazon basin has been heavily exploited, also as well as the Congo basin. And the reasons for the loss of tropical rainforest includes overcultivation, so overcutting and logging to make space for farming. So that's shifting cultivation. So people don't care about the distinctive culture, about the indigenous people, and also just about the trees. They don't care about the trees, and our really, really clean air also comes from their hard work. And also improper illegal commercial logging. So that's bad. Like, why do you have to log, man? That's just bad. And also over exploitation of natural resources, including mining. Like they mine maybe underground, or they're just clearing the whole tropical rainforest, and that's bad. And others include industrial and commercial development. So maybe they have to build like high-rise buildings, and they have to like modernize the area, and it's such a big area. They plan to have more big cities and stuff, but just leave it alone, man. And the city development, built road, housing developments, and also people just have no sense on environment protection. Yes. But what will happen if we lose our tropical rainforest? So the CO2 concentration, so the carbon dioxide concentration in the Earth's atmosphere is going to rise up, and the global temperature is going to rise too. So yes, so the world is going to get harder and harder until we can't bear it, and us humans are gonna regret it. And the greenhouse effect I said earlier, and also loss of valuable medicines, including herbs and stuff, because we're already destroying the tropical rainforest. What can we do to save them now? Save them, but before it's too long. yeah. And well, the wildlife will also lose their natural habitats, lose sources of food, and without vegetation, heavy rainfall, they just the soil are going to be exposed to heavy rainfalls, and concluding soil erosion. So without the plants, the soil will fall. So and they would go and be washed away. And so that's why we need plants and just vegetation in the tropical rainforest, because it's essential and vital to the environment and also to the plants and animals living in the tropical rainforest. And well, the soil, when it loses its nutrients, it's unstable for plant growth. So even if the plant is chopped and logged down, and well, the soil erodes, so it's goes for soil erosion. Well, it's still unstable for plant growth. So it's basically just like obliterating the whole tropical rainforest. And so what can people do? So how can we save it before it's too long gone? Well, we can learn about the benefits of rainforests. We can promote the importance of rainforest conservations. So like the Subday Gongyun in Hong Kong. And we should stop buying the wood products. Restore damaged ecosystem by replanting trees if we can before it's too late. And well, charge carbon emission fees and taxes. Well, taxes, we already know we don't like it. So basically, what we can do is threaten the people. If you guys don't stop emitting that much air, not that, like they don't, like they just, like they don't emission that much pollution of air and carbon dioxide, we won't charge you taxes. But if you do, we are going to charge you more taxes. Taxes, we all hate it. And well, the factory, so the CO2 from the factory, they buy and protect an area of rainforest. So yeah, so just because we emission fees and stuff, it could absorb all the CO2 because of factories not going to produce any more carbon dioxide and stuff. So yeah, that's it. See ya. Bye.